think this might be the closest we get to seeing Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua share the ring, bro. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Time. If you want to debate, you can hit me up on my email at knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Or you can also just come by the channel when I'm live and you can hit the link. Let's get it cracking though, bro. Listen, man. Boxing be playing with fight fans too much. And I got a feeling, I hope I'm wrong, I think this could be the closest that we get to seeing Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua actually share the ring and fight in a fight that fans been begging for 6 or 7 years. And honestly, bro, it's two parts of me, right? It's one side that's like, yo, I want to see this goddamn AJ and Deontay Wilder fight. I want to see Deontay Wilder get in there with Anthony Joshua because I've been wanting to see it for the last 6 or 7 years. So I hope don't nothing go wrong. But there's another side of me that's like promoters, boxing, sanctioning bodies, networks. I feel like y'all deserve to have an example made out of you, bro. And I don't want it to come in the form of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, but other than missing out on a big fight, other than seeing the dangers of over-marinating a situation actually cost them money, how else are we going to get promoters and networks to make the fights that we want to see when we want to see them? If they're not giving an example of, damn, we didn't make that fight when the fans wanted to see it, and then we tried to finally make it, and then bam, it didn't happen. So it's like two parts to me, bro. Two parts of me is a scarred ass, diehard boxing fan that's been forced to wait on big fight after big fight after big fight. And Blue ain't even been here that long. She ain't but like a year old, and she don't like the shit. Be quiet, mama. We'll go in a minute. But when you think of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua and who they fighting against, Joseph Parker, Otto Wilder, both of those guys are good enough to where if Deontay Wilder don't land that right hand, which he always land, but if he don't land that big right hand, do you trust him to outbox Joseph Parker? If he don't sleep him? And then we see what AJ looked like against Southpaws. We see how tentative he is now. We see how he's not the same Anthony Joshua that he was before he fought Andy Ruiz. And we saw what Otto Wilder was able to do against Tyson Fury. If the AJ that's been fighting lately shows up versus the Otto Wilder that fought Tyson Fury shows up, it could mess up everything. And not just if one of them loses, what if it's a tough, hard fight and they not ready to fight in March? Because they talking about fighting on March the 9th. That's what? It's December, January, February, March. That's 3 months later. When the last time they fought that close together? At best, you might can see Anthony Joshua 2 times a year. For Deontay Wilder, we've seen him, 2-3 times in the last 2 or 3 years? February 2020 was the second Tyson Fury fight. Then he fought Tyson Fury, the third time in like a year and a half later? Then he fought Robert Helenius. So yeah, since 2020, you got a Tyson Fury fight, the third fight. And then you got the Robert Helenius fight. He's had 2 fights in the last 3 years, bro. So we really trust that everything's going to go to plan and we're going to get them to fight each other 3 months apart. And then, boom, get it cracking on March the 9th like what's being reported. So in a situation and in a saga where everything is going wrong, every time we get right to Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, something goes wrong. Whether it be the failed negotiations between Deontay Wilder and DAZN, or whether it be the Deontay Wilder losing to Tyson Fury. And then Anthony Joshua losing to Alexander Usyk and Andy Ruiz. And this fight just taking so many hits, bro. So excuse me if I'm pessimistic about this Saturday, bro. Which is why I still maintain, like, I'm more okay with the card now that they're saying they have a Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua deal in place. But I'm also like, shit, if y'all got the deal in place, why don't y'all just, like, shit, just wait till March, pull out of this shit. Say, pull out of this shit, bro, and just fight, bro. Like, just fight each other, because there's too many things that can go wrong, bro. With the mental issues that Anthony Joshua is having, and then the age and attrition that's on Deontay Wilder, bro, just keep training and y'all see each other next year. Too many things can go wrong. But then a part of me is like, I see Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I see what's going on with Tank Davis and Devin Haney right now. And a part of me wants to, like, yo, teach boxing a lesson. Let something happen with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua and that shit fall through, so boxing can learn that they need to make the fights when the hell we want the fights to be made, bro. Show boxing that, dog. All this waiting 4, 5, 6 years ain't tomorrow not promised, homeboy. Put a battery in their back where they're like, yo, we need to go ahead and just make these fights, because shit, anything can happen at any moment. He could lose. Then when we get ready to make the fight, somebody can have an injury. Something can happen, and then now we don't never get to fight, and now we don't never get to get that bread back. We don't never get to get that money back. Just my thoughts, bro. Just my honest assessment of this situation. So I'm torn, to be honest with you. The short-sighted and short-term fight fan in me wants nothing to go wrong, wants both of these dudes, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, to win with flying colors, escape with no injuries, go right back into camp and be ready to fight each other on March the 9th so I can get the heavyweight fight I've been clamoring for more than any other heavyweight fight in recent memory. Part of me does want that. That's the short-sighted, short-term, give me my vindication, give me what I want now. But the long-term boxing fan in me, the boxing fan in me that wants to see big fights get made when fighters are still in their prime, the boxing fan in me that wants to see big fights get made when fans ask for them, the boxing fan in me that just wants the best possible fights every year, every fight out, you should be fighting who the fans want you to fight. And if you fighting a tune-up, it's because we all know that you got a big fight next. That side of me that wants those things does think that boxing deserves to be taught a lesson. Does think that guys like Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Lou DiBella, Frank Warren, and the list goes on and on, thinks that guys like that need to be taught a lesson. That, man, you put your person in there with who we ask you to. We the ones paying your money. We buying these subscriptions. We buying these pay-per-views. So a part of me does think that it would be some sort of like ha moment if one of these fighters lose. Or a ha moment if one of these fighters, something happened to them, and now the fight don't ever happen between each other. And now I can look at you and say, well, shit, you should have made that fight when we was asking you to. Now will you do it going forward, or you going to risk that shit happening again? So part of me is like that too, bro. And that's no shade to Deontay Wilder, no shade to Anthony Joshua. I want them to get their money. I want the fight, but they should have been fought. And my boxing fandom don't start or stop with either one of them. So when I think of boxing, I don't just think of it from their perspective. I think of it from, like, dog, like, something got to change. Something got to change. I'm tired of always waiting. Like, every mega fight of the last 10, 15 years happened too late. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao happened too late. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford happened too late. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, if it happens next year like it's supposed to, that'll be too late. Canelo Triple G happened too late. So people forget to tell you, Triple G was in his mid-30s the first time they fought. Wasn't in his prime. So I'm tired of watching boxing do this to me. Do this to you that's watching this video. I'm tired of watching it. So if somebody got to get taught a lesson, shit, I'd be pissed short term, like, damn, bro. But it'd be my I told you so moment. I told you. The fuck y'all got them on the same card and they ain't fighting each other for? What they look like? That still don't sit well with me. Oh, we put them on the same card. Oh, for real? We about to watch Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight? No, they ain't separate fights. What, bro? What? Because if boxing is not made to pay for this stupid ass over marination, if it's not made to have to deal with the consequences of making fans wait, then what motivation does boxing have not to make us wait in the future? If everything works out fine and Deontay Wilder comes out unscathed, Anthony Joshua comes out unscathed, they fight, they make life changes, they make the biggest paydays of their career, they do a bunch of pay-per-views and they ride off into the sunset. If that happens for them, then what motivation does boxing have to give you Devin Haney versus Tank Davis right when you want it, right now, this year, coming up? What motivation does it have? Because what it's doing is working. I want the shit to not work one time so they can see, God damn, we need to go ahead and make this fight. We don't want to miss out. Because to me, I think the other way is better too. Look at what Tank and Ryan just did, bro. You got a fight that didn't over-marinate. You got a fight that just happened when fans was like asking for it, like Four Kings shit. Ryan fans asking for that shit. Tank fans like, let's get it. And look at the numbers that it did. It did better than the fight that over-marinated that year. It did better than the one that was supposed to be bigger. It did better than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Yeah, so which way is better? Over-marinating shit? You built up Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence for like 5-6 years. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia did not have that type of build-up, bro. They didn't build up for 5-6 years. They fought in their primes when fans was asking for the shit. Which one did better numbers? Give us what we want when we want it is the point. So we'll see. I am coming, girl. She ready to go, bro. So I gotta go. But let me tell you this though. I'm torn with this shit. Because I'm upset that they on the same card and they ain't fighting. And I'm torn with this shit because if you get the fight, even though it's 6 or 7 years too late, that's just gonna give boxing an excuse to keep up with this archaic, stupid, bullshit ass model where the big fights happen when they happen. It all has to make sense. Fans want the fight, but fans don't understand these things take time. That shit continues if boxing isn't made to pay for making us wait. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.